you could fool yourself and you could look down on other people, but the elites will look down on you.
Right.
So it's like you're fooling yourself.
You are.
You know, you just got to get your money and realize, man, you go to a place where you could find peace and you could live happy. Mustafa. And I was like, what he mean
Like
Mustafa?
Lion King?
No, that's Mufasa.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I'm sorry that you got a son named Simba. No, Mustafa. And I was like, I asked another sheikh, like, Mustafa, what he mean? It literally translates to chosen one.
I heard something else that it's gonna stop once they reach to Mecca.
Yeah. Because that's when Muslims gonna really step
Fight
up.
back.
I mean, I don't know why it's gonna take that long for you to actually say, yo, that's enough. You know, you wait till they pick you and pick you and pick you and pick you. You know, because after Iran, they're gonna go to Turkey. These unlawful acts is going on because all of these is a breach of international law. And if you have a set of laws for one, why don't you have a set of laws for all? It's just going to act on their own desires.
Yeah.
But because
it already feels that way.
Yeah, it's getting there more and more because the system is broken. They say no one man should have so much power, right?
No one man should have all that power.
But where is the checks and balances?
Gaddafi, didn't he die under Obama?
That's what I'm saying.
So,
no, bro. Everybody want to say, oh, Obama, he was a great president. Show me where. Israel wants you to sympathize with them over the Holocaust. But why can't you sympathize with blacks over the slave trade that took away them from their country?
For way longer than the Holocaust was.
You know what I mean? How much of this is are we going to accept?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you gotta go to your grocery store and eat some
Plastic
lab
meat.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, like what is this life coming to?
Right.
And why do these people have so much power that they could just get away with doing anything?
So yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, we got Marvin back at the crib. Yo,
Back at
what up, bro?
What's good, man?
Yo, that workout was great, bro. It was great.
Sure.
Always great working out with you, bro. It's like an extra. It's a way extra pump. I feel like when you work out by yourself, it's cool, whatever. But when you got the gym, bro, we be pushing each
level.
other. It's like,
Next
yo,
level.
he's like, yo. I remember I was like, what'd you call that? The perfect curl?
Yeah. It's
Yo.
the muscular pose, you know.
The muscular pose. We're leaning back. We're doing this.
Yeah.
I had one more left, but I barely couldn't do it. He's like, yo, come on, finish that.
You always gotta push that, give that extra push, you know.
Yeah, man.
Not until you feel like you gotta really put your willpower into it. That's when you defeat the muscles and it starts to grow. If you stop before that, you're playing tricks with yourself.
You're playing
you know?
tricks with yourself.
Yeah.
Nah, so true. That's why you need that gym, bro. Sometimes you get that extra pump all the time. Fuck it, if you have the time, right?
Yeah.
Yo, bro. So let's jump right into it, man. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, and there is. And you as a Muslim man in America, how do you feel, man?
You always gotta feel like the walls is kind of like closing in, you know, because not just a Muslim man, I'm a black man, you know, and things is tough as it is for a black man. So a black Muslim man, your trials is even worse, you know. So you just got to try to navigate, keep your faith strong and keep your head straight, you know, because if you don't have that faith, man, forget about it. You're going to denounce your religion. You're just going to try your best to fit into the narrative, you know, and try to be a part of their system. And you can't. Their system is not God's system. It's two separate things. So, you know, you got to choose your side, you know. There's the dominion of the devil. And a lot of people in power is here to do his bidding. And if you follow politics, you follow them, you ain't going to go nowhere.
It's true. It's insane to me. I was talking, shout out Ill Vibes, who was on the podcast last. We're just chopping it up about how the legal language, you know, the language used in law, it bypasses so much evil. And it's almost as if to do a good job is to accept evil and to find ways around it.
Yeah.
Because and I'm not gonna say that's all the time, but there's plenty of people that have done fucked up things, and as long as they have a good lawyer,
It could beat the case.
they could beat the case.
Yeah, money talks too. If you're wealthy, you're halfway there, man.
Right.
And money talks, and that's just the system we live in. We gotta get our money up.
That is true.
Because I say that because even so, man, you gotta be in a different class too. Because I say that because there's a lot of wealthy black men that think they're part of the system, but you could have as much money as you want. If you're black, you're Latino, you're Arab, you're not part of the white supremacy.
You're saying it doesn't matter how much money you get, you're still outside the.
You're still outside that bracket. You could fool yourself and you could look down on other people. But the elites will look down on you.
Right.
So it's like you're fooling yourself.
You are.
You just got to get your money and realize, man, you go to a place where you could find peace and you could live happy. America is not built for black people and Latinos and Muslims. We trying our best to fit into the system.
We've always been. That's so true. That's so true. Did you see that video with the landscapers that they finished the job
and the lady called ICE? I was watching it yesterday. Bro. That's to show you how conniving people are and deceptive.
And the fact that like those people were regular white homeowners. They saw, we don't gotta pay for this shit.
That was an opportunity for them.
There was an opportunity for them to have the job get done on their work, on their home, and say for free.
Yeah, and these people, they accept the job, thinking they could trust the people.
Yeah,
they give them
at a much lower rate.
Yeah, and because they want to look out for their family.
Right.
These people have family they're trying to feed. But at the same time, you're being manipulative, being deceptive. And that you can't blame them. They were brought up in a system that teaches you that's the way you get ahead. You know what I mean?
You're right. That's their world.
Let's really dive deep into the system. That's just their privilege. They feel like that's part of their privilege.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They're allowed to do that.
They're allowed to do that. They could get away with it and face no consequences. At somebody else's expense. That's just trying hard to fill the stomachs of their kids, their wives. You know what I mean? Their disabled parents. Who knows what they're going through?
A lot of problems.
Yeah. At the end, at the cost of humanity, you chose greed. And bro, this world is very deceptive. That's why I don't try to sink into this world, because you get lost. And Islam has given me such a foundation that I could see the deception. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I haven't told you about my conversion story.
Talk to me,
bro. It was around 2010. I was lost. When I say lost, bro, I wanted to give up and just go home. Go head back to St. Lucia. Because I felt like I've tried so much. I've been here since 1999. And I tried so much through the years and nothing gave. Everything is just repetition. I kept going full circle, So I was down and out. I wasn't out, but I was down. Almost out. But God had a plan for me, And then I started thinking about my life and where I wanted to go. I'm saying, for me to truly succeed, I got to go back to my creator. I got to make God the foundation of my life. And I had a lot of Muslim brothers, At that time, I didn't consider them brothers. I considered them friends,
They saw you as a brother, right?
They saw me as a brother because that's how a lot of Muslims are, man.
I remember you telling me the first time in the podcast.
Yeah, bro. They just have like a different level of compassion, I knew some brothers from Mali, from Guinea, from Morocco, and they showed me a different kind of love, you know what I mean? And I kind of embraced that. And I asked my brother from Morocco, I kept asking him questions. And he was like, yeah, Marv, I feel if you want to do it, I think that's something you should do. But I still didn't take his word for it. I went home, I prayed, I asked God if this is the path for me. Show me a sign.
What was that sign?
Because I just wanted that clear guidance. And I tell you, brother, as we sit in here, no lie, no lie. I swear to everything I love. I went to bed that night. I didn't know what inside of a masjid looked like. I didn't know the guys were separated from the women. I didn't know what it looked like. I heard of a masjid, but I
You only
never
heard the word.
The word,
Yeah.
yeah. So when I got that revelation, that dream, I took it like a revelation. Okay, this is what I asked for, guidance, So I didn't jump on it right away. I thought about it. Like 2 weeks later, I converted. And when I converted, the same way it was in my dream, that's how it played out. I took my shahada. It's like saying there's only one God and Prophet Muhammad is his messenger. And after that, all the brothers came up and they hugged me.
In the dream.
Yeah. And that's how it played out in real life. Exactly how it was in the dream.
Whoa.
And that right there
Was your sign.
transcended my faith to another level. Like, wow. You can question if there's a God, but the signs are always there, you know what I mean? I didn't lead myself to Islam,
Right.
And the funny thing is, when I went to do Umrah, it's pilgrimage, right? It's a lesser pilgrimage. There's two. There's Umrah and there's Hajj. And when I went there, I was talking to a sheikh. It's like a religious leader. And I told him my story. And he was like, Mustafa. And I was like, what he mean,
Like
Mustafa?
Lion King?
No, that's Mufasa.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I'm sorry that you got a son named Simba. No, Mustafa. And I was like, I asked another sheikh, like,
What does that
Mustafa,
mean?
what he mean? It literally translates to chosen one. Because he's saying that, like, I was really led by God, so
Right.
that literally translates to chosen one, Mustafa. So it's a nice name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was deep, man. Even the Middle East is a beautiful region.
How was it when you went over there?
Man, it was beautiful. But for
So
the most
you
part,
went over there after you converted?
I went there last year. I went there in February.
But okay, that was the first time.
Yeah.
And okay, break it down. What was the reason for you to go there?
I feel like with so much conflict going on in the world right now, I gotta take my opportunity while it's there. I made the intention. With everything in life, you have to make the intention. If there's no intention, there's no willingness. So
Yeah,
I made
absolutely.
the intention to go. And I asked God to help me get there. And it so happened that at the time there was a group from a masjid that was going, and I sent my info, got my visa, and I was ready. The only thing is, man, that 10-hour flight is crazy. Going, it was like, wow, we're not there yet. It's like it's only so much. You sit down on a plane for 10 hours, you start to get restless. On the flight back, I took like a melatonin because it was
Surprised you didn't do that on the way there.
I didn't know how it was gonna be. Yeah.
Wait, so you're on the plane. At least is there like movies you could watch or something?
You could watch movies. They give you 3 meals.
Yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner because you're there for so long.
Right.
But the Middle East is a whole vibe. It's a beautiful experience,
How's the landscapes there? Like a lot of
It's
desert?
a lot of desert, a lot of
Yeah.
mountains. But it's not like mountains with trees. It's like bare mountains, It's like nothing on the mountains.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful experience because I saw shepherds with their goats on the side of the highway. I saw camels. I saw llamas. It was beautiful, man. Just being next to the Kaaba, it's a big house in Mecca that the Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, he made for God, you know, and Prophet Muhammad later, you know, he acknowledged it, and he, you know, encouraged pilgrimage, encouraged Muslims to go, you know, if they could, because it's not cheap to go,
money,
you know, yeah, you know.
And then do you have to give money when you're there as well?
You don't have to give money, you know, but there is an expense. Your hotel,
Right.
you know what I mean? But your food, the hotel gave free breakfast.
Oh, nice.
But dinner was like a buffet style. I ate, man. I ate like a king over there, to be honest, because everything is cheap. You know, $1,000 here is probably like 2,000 plus over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I ate breakfast, I saved my stomach for dinner, and I went in.
Yeah.
When I say I went in, bro, I ain't leave that table till I felt like I had a sample of everything.
You better get everything.
Yeah, but it was beautiful experience, you know. We went from Mecca to Medina, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. The only difference is in Mecca it's hotter, in Medina it's cool. During the day it's hot in Medina, but during the night it's cool. I guess it's more north or something. Yeah, but it was beautiful experience. You know, I can't wait to go again.
How was it going to Mecca?
It was beautiful, man. It's so many people.
Did you feel a certain type of vibe?
You do. It's like witnessing history before your eyes. You know what I mean? They took us on a tour where we saw the place where Prophet Abraham, he had to sacrifice his son, and God replaced the son with the lamb. Yeah, we saw that spot. We saw a lot of spots that catered to the Bible and to Islam. So it's like everything just plays out right in front of you, and you're like, wow. You know, you just can't deny history. You know, it's beautiful.
Did you feel something in the air while you were there?
You do, bro. Like you feel your faith strengthening. You feel the emotional connection. You know, and when you realize so many people that have the like-minded character that you have, and they all come for that specific purpose to just worship and praise, and you know what I mean,
powerful.
And glorify. It's powerful, you know. It just transcends the mind. It's like, wow, so many people from different walks of life. Every country is in one place,
right?
And it's not no fighting, nothing. It's just, you know, everybody just trying to get their blessings, you know. If the whole world was like that, it would be amazing. Like everybody just doing their best just to acquire their blessings, you know. And it was just a different feel, bro. And
not deceptive.
Nah, not like what's going on in the world today, man. You know, I told you, man, going into 2026, it was gonna be rough.
Yeah, and you were right. Holy shit, you were right. There's a lot that has happened since we last spoke.
Yeah.
Like, whoa,
Yeah.
like look at Iran right now. Look at Venezuela. What happened? I mean, like Trump is trying to say that, oh, look, Venezuela's doing great, but they're not.
They're not, and that's the illusion and the deception. You know, we spoke about Maduro and the bounty on his head, and I say if America has their sights on that man, he needs to get out the country.
Yeah.
And a couple weeks later, they went in and they took him.
They just took him.
You know,
that's so true.
Yeah. So I feel like, you know, a lot of things we talk about, it comes to fruition, but you know, a lot of things we talk about comes to fruition, you know, and we just got to understand the times that we're living in, you know. Right now, the war in Iran is, I don't think Iran's going to win this war, to be honest. There might be like a resolution they could come to where, you know, they say, you know what, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and we're going to stick to like just what we can. No more war, you know, or else I think they probably just going to bomb the whole region, you know. You see, the escalation that's going on is beyond the scale of what anybody thought, you know?
The fact that they attacked Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia, Dubai, you know.
Is your wife there now?
In Saudi Arabia, she is.
What's her experience like? Has she said anything or what?
Nah, you don't really see it because the country is so big, and they just
It's only
isolate
certain parts.
Yeah, it's just they isolate the parts they hitting, you know. But it's just sad to see that, you know, that the Muslims aren't together. They bombing these places because they feel like they're allowing American bases to attack them. You know, so that just show you how divided the Muslims are. You know what I mean? If they were more together, I feel like a lot of what's going on right now wouldn't even be a thought on Israel's mind. You know, it wouldn't be a thought. If Muslims were united, none of this would be happening right now.
Do you feel that they're not as united with the Muslims in Iran because they're different types of Muslims?
They're Shia.
Yeah.
And a lot of the other Muslims, they're Sunni. I can't say that's exactly what it is.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Because I feel like no matter what you are, you know, you're still under that umbrella of Islam, you know? So what if you choose to pray a different way? You're still a Muslim, you know? Yeah, you're not following the religion to the way that
It was intended to.
it was intended to, you know, because I believe the Shia, they don't follow the Sunnah, because the Sunnah is the ways of the Prophet. They follow the Quran, the book itself, but they don't follow the ways of the Prophet. So I believe that's where the difference is, where they differentiate. But that shouldn't be a cause for you to not stand with your brother. You know.
Yeah.
Islam is tied like that. You could be on the other side of the world. You're a Muslim. You're still a brother. You know. You have that. You have that blood connection. You know, like faith is blood. Yeah. So it's like it's tough to see what's going on, and it's tough to see that Israel is just picking them these countries apart one by one, till they reach their goal, which is the greater Israel.
Right.
You know.
From Euphrates to
the Nile. And they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. Right now.
You really think so?
I believe so, because, you know, you have to understand. I'm a man of faith, and I believe the prophecies will come true one way or the other. You know, and it's believed that they will conquer a lot of that land. You know.
On both sides.
On both sides. And
both sides believe that.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't know that. I thought it was just Israel that believed that.
No, we believe that, because
Muslims believe it too.
That's a prophecy, you know, that they will actually go that far to capture a lot of that land. But what
I heard something else that it's gonna stop once they reach to Mecca.
Yeah. Because that's when Muslims gonna really step
Fight
up.
back.
I mean, I don't know why it's gonna take that long for you to actually say, yo, that's enough. You know, you wait till they pick you and pick you and pick you and pick you. You know, because after Iran, they're gonna go to Turkey.
They're already talking about Turkey, right?
They've been talking about Turkey, you know, but for you to hear someone's intentions. You know, and to just sit there and wait and just hope that they don't do it is foolish.
It is foolish.
Because
Why do you think they do that? Because they follow the faith so strongly?
Right now, Turkey is a part of NATO, which is an alliance with Israel and America. So I'm thinking they probably don't think it's going to go to that extent, but Israel has its sights set on big plans, you know, and I believe they're going to achieve it, you know. Iran is putting up a good fight, you know. I didn't believe they could put up that level of destruction they're doing in Israel, you know, but I believe eventually, also, I believe Europe will join the fight. France will join the fight. Germany, all of them. You know, right now they're staying away. They're trying to take the high ground. but it's only for a certain time.
Because they're so close.
Yeah, it's only for a certain time. You know, they only waiting it out to see what's gonna happen. You know, but they're gonna join the fight. You know, they all in the same alliance. You know, so it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen sooner or later. It's gonna happen, but that's just the goal, man. And politics is deeply seated on violence. You know, all the leaders right now, they got to be accountable. They got to be held accountable. Those that sit back and watch while these unlawful acts is going on, because all of these is a breach of international law. And if you have a set of laws for one, why don't you have a set of laws for all? Why is it okay for one group to step on it, but when another group does that, they're held accountable?
Right.
It's either you follow it or you don't.
Or you don't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are the guidelines? Who holds the keys to checks and balances? Why do one group get to do whatever they want? You know what I mean? It's coming to a point where everybody is just going to act on their own desires.
Yeah.
But because
It already feels that way.
Yeah, it's getting there more and more because the system is broken.
Do you like the color purple? Do you like the color purple? Do you like...
Oh, hey, how you guys doing? Didn't see you there. My name is Merciless. I'm a music producer, DJ, and sound engineer, representing the Boogie Down Bronx. If you need somebody that's going to help you take your career to the next level, I work with a wide variety of sounds, including rap, R&B, even heavy metal. So if you have a sound, you have an idea, or something you want to bring to life, I'm your guy. If you need a DJ, I am that. If you need a producer, I do that. If you need an engineer, I do that as well. And for the artists that want to be artists, you don't want to worry about your producer, all in the videos, all on the records, dancing. Come tap in with Merciless. And remember, the future is purple.
Do you like the color purple? Do you like the color purple? Do you like the color purple?
There is nothing right now that says if America wants to do this, they can't. If they want to do it, they will. Who's to tell them they can't?
Yeah. Look at the ICE agents.
You know what I mean?
Becoming TSA agents.
They're becoming.
Which is crazy.
they
Because that
become-
means that they like, depending on who controls them, they can have them do whatever they want.
They're outlaws.
They are.
They're outlaws. Let's call them what they are. They're outlaws. They are cops. They are TSA agents. They are bodyguards.
Yeah.
They're whatever that
Whatever
they
they
say
are.
they are. You know what I mean? And they could get away with whatever
Murder.
they want to get away with.
Yeah.
You know, it's lawlessness. It's lawlessness. It's no checks and balances.
It's like Nazi Germany. You know what I'm saying? When they had these the SS soldiers literally do whatever the
Do
fuck
whatever
they want.
You know, shoot now, ask questions later.
Yeah.
You know, it's coming to a point where you gotta understand, like, what's the end goal? What tomorrow's gonna look like? You know, they say no one man should have so much power, right?
No one man should have all that power.
But where is the checks and balances? I see Trump just do whatever he want, and the Democrats just sit back and they do nothing. They're literally doing nothing, but they're like, oh, let's wait till the midterms. Let's wait till this. Let's wait till that. But then it might be too late. There has to be some intervention. You have all these houses, you have Senate, you have all these people, and y'all can't put checks in place.
That's what makes you feel like there's already a play at hand. You know, this was already planned out. Maybe people will make it seem like they feel bad. Don't you feel like it doesn't matter Republican or Democrat?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, fucked up shit still happens that they have caused, and they meaning the government.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Gaddafi, didn't he die under Obama?
That's what I'm saying.
So,
no, bro. Everybody want to say, oh, Obama, he was a great president. Show me where. Show me where. He gave you free healthcare and a free phone.
Mm-hmm.
He's amazing. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
He did as much as Trump is doing right now.
You know, I brought up that to somebody, and I was like, you know, Obama sent back a lot of immigrants too.
Yep.
And he's like, but then you know what the dude was said? He was like, oh, but only the bad ones.
Dude,
Yo, like really? I'm not about to have an argument with somebody about that shit
you
either.
just gotta let
It was
it
like,
be.
I let it go. But it's just like, you feel me? Like, what? Come on, bro.
yeah.
You really think that only they send the bad ones, bro?
He send back whoever he want to send back. That's it. You know, and I don't understand what this world's coming to right now, man. Where you could have this level of crime against you, They talk about the Epstein files every day.
And now you barely hear about it.
You barely
right?
hear about
because of
it.
the whole war in Iran.
You barely
That's
hear
so
about
true.
it now. And they say they have so much evidence, but at the same time,
Who went to
nothing
jail?
is being done.
Yeah, no one went to jail.
Nothing is being done.
Well, actually, in Europe, someone went to jail.
I don't know if he in jail.
Right?
If he in
For
jail,
real.
he probably on a nice jail.
Yeah,
You know what
right.
I mean?
Like Ghislaine Maxwell.
no bars.
Yo, that's another thing that was mad crazy too. So that whole thing, right? When Epstein died, right? You know, Ghislaine
died?
Max. Huh? Well, all right. When he was no longer in that prison anymore, right?
Yeah.
You know what Ghislaine Maxwell did?
What?
She got transferred to a much not even a prison. It's a prison camp.
Yeah.
It's a prison camp. I googled it. I
No-
wanted to Google
no
image
bars.
this shit.
Yeah,
no
no
bars,
bars,
bro.
no bars.
This shit look like little houses on the prairie.
Yeah,
like, bro.
This is like a little cool.
Yo, and then there was somebody in there with her, right? Telling like news outlets that she's been receiving like way more benefits and even a dog to pet and like be with. You know what I'm saying? And you know what happened to that lady?
What happened? She died?
She got sent to a maximum security prison.
She was seeing
So
too
she
much.
was in a camp that like she had the right to be in or whatever the fuck. I didn't dive that deep in her story. But just because she opened up her mouth, now she got sent to a serious fucking maximum prison.
But
That's how much control that they have, bro.
Yeah, but that's it, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
Whoever, listen.
Where do
listen,
you hear that type of shit?
They have a system set up, right? And they're going towards that system, right? It's going to be a new world order soon enough, right?
It's gonna be more blatant in
Yeah.
your face.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna,
But-
and no one's gonna do shit about it because they've already not doing shit about
Of
it.
course, that's just how it is, bro.
Right.
And they're going through everything to see who is with that order, who is against it. You speak up against it, you're a part of that system.
And now, I guess it's even easier for people to see because everyone has an opinion, right? Everyone has something to say. Even me, I have a podcast. I talk like they're gonna see this shit or who knows.
Yeah, they're gonna see it.
Guess what? You're right. They're trying to see who's gonna keep their mouth shut and stay in the order of things, and then who's gonna and then we kill them off or do whatever we need to do.
Yeah. And they got the power to do it, and nobody questions nothing, you know. That's just the life that we live, you know. But at the end of the day, man, you gotta understand, life is bigger than what's here right now, you know. You could do as much dirt as you want here. This don't last forever.
It doesn't.
You know, it's either you stand for something or you die a slave. You know, you could die a free man or you could die a slave. You know, freedom of speech, freedom to say what you want, or you could just keep your mouth shut and you just.
Did you hear my new song?
Yeah.
Turn the speaker on right there, right behind you. It's like a little power button. Wait, no, to the right there. Yeah. You just press it one time. That's it. I just dropped this song. I feel like you're gonna fuck with it. Let's see if it connects. Did it connect? Hold on. Tell me if you fuck with it, my guy. Alright, hold on. It goes Party Blacks. There we go. There we go. There it is.
Baby, let's just fuck the world.
Fuck the world, bitch.
Let's just leave this earth
Or go to Mars.
and go to
just saying.
What you saying?
If your bitch shows me, yeah, I'm replaying.
Just say, you know.
You can be mad, I was there before.
Come on, man.
Confused how these bitches choosing. Fuck that, ain't losing shit. Everything I got is homegrown. Bitch, I drop when I want. Don't be sucking the shit they want. Low grade fuck, I smoke on it more. I'm high grade stuff when hitting you done. Like that old side with diesel. Need that greens or it'll tease ya. Smoke too much, amnesia reach ya. Okay, I don't give a fuck about wines and grunts. Or your wives and lunch, I don't. Bitch, you're hungry, it'll teach you. Hungry, tell me grumbling. But the guys are kids type shit. Scientists kill this. If I keep on talking, I'm next on list. Fuck it all, they be going overboard. Can't go to them out of day. I address it to the bitches on the side. You hear it on the news and then you act like you don't know. I hear the truth is zero cut and dry, but you cannot match my fly. When I see it, also
I wanted to make it like still fun, but then throw some shit in there too. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I see the vision and the issue is above me, makes me wanna run away. Wouldn't it be simple if we go on a trip with me? Or go to Mars, my ass still bitch.
I'm gonna show you the cover.
I ain't tryna run, you still bitch. Heard they run the news, they still bitch. Oh, you never heard it, it's never enough for the wicked bitch. Yeah, fuck your policies, get them off of me, nothing stopping me. Market a beast, well I'm from the East Coast. We serve devils on bread rolls, and I give your bitch a red rose. I tell her she's special, and just to throw it in, she smells so heavenly. What is it scent? I think that is the best. Give me neck.
I try to make it fun, but then it's also like,
It's the best when you look
for me, I feel like it's also like I want to say whatever the fuck I want because it's the power of like the First Amendment. You know what I mean? Like not to be scared. That's just like fuck all these fucking people. Their wives aren't even happy with them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you know what I'm saying?
There's no more constitution, man. The constitution was born like 10 years ago. You know what I mean? The constitution been out the window. There's no constitution. A lot of people just believe in it, but constitution is done. I fuck with the song though. You know, I like the way you switch up your flows, and you always got some tough beats.
Yo, thank you, bro.
But damn, that's a lot of bitches, bro.
Nah, I was already like I was already heated from all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sometimes it's the passion.
Yeah.
That drives you, and sometimes you just want to say
Whatever the fuck is on your mind. Yeah. Unapologetically.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Yeah, but you know, I understand what you mean.
You get it. Not a lot of people will, but you get where I'm coming from. It's like I feel like it's more so fight the system, V for Vendetta. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's more like yo, fuck what they're uncomfortable about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that constitution been done a long time ago. You know, we just gotta uphold our own laws. You know, and be true to our own selves because a lot of people, man, they depend on the government and. You know what I mean? And the government gonna lead them astray, you know, because these people is not like people of morality. They do not have a moral compass. They go on whims and desires and greed and power, you know. So there's no moral compass there. You know, you have to have your own set of laws for yourself. It's a tough road. It's a tough road because
It's a tough world.
Yeah, because you expect life to be better.
Right.
You know, you want life to be better, and you expect it to be better. And I'm gonna tell you, man, it ain't gonna be good for a while.
Nah.
It ain't gonna be good for the next 10 years. It ain't gonna be good.
Oh, but you think it will be good eventually?
Eventually, it will be.
Why? What makes you think
know,
that?
Nothing lasts forever.
That's true.
You know, but when it's here, it takes a while. You know what I mean? A day is like a week is like a month is like a year. You know, so when it's here, it feels endless, but nothing lasts forever. And there's gonna be a time for peace, but right now, you know, thinking that war will bring peace is the dumbest thing you could think of. You know, it brings like more aggression. The people that's growing up and in that system that has to deal with the loss of their parents, You know,
Of their kids.
Yeah, it breeds in them like a different view of the world
For generations
for
and generations to
generations.
come.
You know, so they grow up with that seeing you as the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know, you the one that took away their family from
Right.
them. You know, so it's I don't understand what they feel like this is bringing. You know, for centuries we never learn. We constantly just feel like we could do what we want and just get away with it, and nobody's gonna say nothing. You
No
know?
repercussions. No accountability.
You see history throughout history.
Yeah.
You
people have just done what they want and then they died.
Yeah, you know, generations come and go, bro, and we doomed to repeat the same mistakes. You know, they said.
Yeah.
I was watching something and the guy made so much sense. You know, he was like, from the time this world was created, not from the time it was created, from the time that like man was created, we knew violence, and we cannot get away from that violence. You know, it's increasing.
Right.
Adam had 2 sons, Cain and Abel.
Right.
Cain killed Abel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're brothers.
Yeah, and they were brothers. You know what I
and
mean?
out of jealousy.
Yeah, and
Because he did what God asked, right?
but the third person killed the fourth person.
What do you mean by that?
Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel. The third person killed the fourth person. And throughout history, we can't get away from that kind of system. You know what I mean? Where we just can't stop the violence. You know, black people killing black people, and they don't realize we in a system that wants us to do that.
Yeah.
That's happy that we do that because
That don't even try to protect that from happening. They are just ready to convict people, give them tickets, and make their lives worse.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not going in those cells. You can fight to a wall going crazy. You know, there's no clear rehabilitation program in there. You know, and you come out and you do the same shit. You fall into the same cycle.
And we all suffer too, because our tax dollars go up because of that as well.
For sure.
And meanwhile, there should be enough money for all this shit, but then
There's enough money for everybody, bro. They charge you just to go over a bridge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on. There's enough money in the world. What they do with the money, that matters. You have all this money for war. You have all this money to fund Israel.
Right.
But you ain't got money to build your country.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? It's not that they don't have it. They don't want to do it.
No.
They don't want to do it.
They don't do it.
They'll be happy if everybody leave this country.
Yeah.
They'll be happy if everybody leave this country and just left it to the elites. You know? That's just how it is.
I think they're just waiting for AI to get good enough.
AI been good for a while,
Not
but
good
I feel like
Still need humans.
yeah. It still needs
For a
somebody
lot.
behind it.
You still need a lot of humans for a lot of shit. For a lot of things, you know?
For sure, man. But
AI couldn't do your job.
nah, maybe one day, but
Not really.
yeah.
Like for certain technical problems,
Yeah.
you need a human mind to like think sharply.
Yeah.
Like the same thing with the driving. It's like you could have taken that turn, but the fucking car wants to stop. Like what the fuck? Like, bro, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, for sure. You know, but it just goes to show you, man, that we're fooling ourselves to believe that the government cares about us. You know,
Yeah.
because
that America is this great place that you can. No. Yeah. You're right.
You know what? I was watching some shit on YouTube, and at the United Nations, they voted to acknowledge
Except
that,
the United States,
Yeah.
Israel, and Argentina.
and Australia.
And Australia as well? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Or was it Argentina?
It was
I
Argentina.
I know a country
Yeah.
with an A, but it's funny, right?
Well, let's dissect that because we didn't say that whole thing. Basically, the UN, because of Ghana, who were voting for the reparations of the people that were affected from the transatlantic slavery, slave trade, and everyone voted for it except for the United States, Israel, and Argentina. It was definitely Argentina.
Oh, God.
But that is crazy.
It is crazy in the sense, too, when you put it into context, right?
Right.
Israel wants you to sympathize with them over the Holocaust. But why can't you sympathize with blacks
Right.
over the slave trade
Right.
that took away them from their country?
For way longer than the Holocaust was.
You know what I mean? And
way by hundreds of years.
you know, and not just that, you use them on your fields. You use them to build your railroads,
And
your
that's okay.
houses, and all that. You send them to war. They died for the country, and they came back and they got nothing. Nothing. They did more for this country than they did for the country you rooted them out from. You know, but you cannot acknowledge them in no capacity. We have to understand, bro. Like,
It's so true, and I don't like when people pose the argument like how could you find out who did what? Yo, motherfuckers find archaeologists find dinosaurs that existed
That's a
millions of
fact.
years ago,
That's a
but you
fact.
can't tell me they can't find out who's owed that money. I'm sure they can. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they can. You know,
they,
like,
they don't want to find out, man.
nah.
They don't want to find out.
No, they don't want to give out
Yeah. They could have done that years and years
Yeah.
ago.
from the very beginning.
Yeah.
England had reparations for the slave owners. Did you know that?
That's crazy. I did not know that.
That what? All right. So, and they did it right away too. So, and they just finished paying it off in 2015.
Oh, wow.
So they took out 40% of the nation's wealth and gave it to the slave owners.
Wow.
Right?
That's deep right there.
And it took up until 2015 for them to pay that money back.
But you gotta understand, it's easy for them.
Crazy.
It's easy for them. That's white supremacy. It's easy for
At
them.
the birth of it too.
Yeah, it's-
England is like the birth of all that shit, right?
It's easy for them, you know. It's easy for them. A lot of the founding fathers of America came from England, you know. So it's easy for them to say, okay, let's do that for them, you know. But what we're overlooking is that we're not a part of their system, and that's where we keep fooling ourselves.
Yeah, but
that
that's why they killed Gaddafi. That's why. But it's also difficult for our own people to come together because of our own fucked up shit, right? Because of like sex and like the machismo in Latinos and and even in black culture too. Like I gotta be the man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like we all have our shit, and it's hard for us to come together. But on top of that, it's also from the extremities of the world around. So like Simón Bolívar, he wanted South America to be like the United States. Gaddafi wanted Africa entirely to be like the United States. You know what I'm saying? Like there's been people that wanted that, but it got shut down.
But you know what's funny too? You don't want to pay reparations, right? Let's say you don't want to pay reparations, and that's cool. Yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool.
Nah,
It's
but
not cool.
I
That's a promise made for the people that was there at that time that gave their all to the country. That's not cool. But I'm not going to stress it. But let's just put this into perspective, right? They don't want to do that, right? But Gaddafi, he said he was going to do it. That he was going to pay for reparations. And they told him no. You don't want to do it, but you're going to stop the next man from doing it. Why? Because you're so willing to paint that man in a different light. And you do not want to open up the minds of the people. You want to keep them oppressed. Yeah? They're going to... If they had accepted that, no way they could have gone in for Gaddafi. Because people would see that like, hey, he did this for us, you know what I mean? People who have a different view, a different perspective. But people, I'm telling you, man, people are really dumb, bro.
Well, they don't care. Most people don't care, bro.
Like-
when I have conversations like this with some people, like they get kind of like weirded out how passionate I am about these topics. And like sometimes some people don't want to talk about this shit. Sometimes it's annoying for them to talk about.
It's
Like
not-
that's why I appreciate these conversations with you, bro. Because like
For
it's
sure.
like you can't have these types of conversations with everybody. You really can't.
You can't face
You really
the
can't.
facts of life with fear.
Right.
These are the facts of life. You can't face it with fear. Because a lot of people, they're scared to actually speak on these subjects. Because there's a weight that comes with speaking on it, you know?
Yeah.
You get outclassed, bro.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you gotta be real to yourself, man. You gotta be honest with yourself. And you gotta be honest with your peers. That's why I like sitting here with you too, because we could really chop it up and
Always,
we
bro.
could
Always. This is
we
a
could
real
talk on it,
podcast.
you know what
If
I
you
mean?
don't know, like this is real conversations with real people.
Yeah, a lot of people, man, they don't watch the podcast enough, so they could really understand, you know, what we talking about and what we trying to understand, you know. People very short-sighted and very close-minded, so they don't really see past 5 minutes, you know, 5 seconds, you know.
Yeah, but people are mostly interested in drama and stuff like that. But nah, it's true. Like, I just in regular life, I remember trying to have conversations about these types of conversations with my parents. And they're just like, like they just look at me like a conspiracy theorist or like, you know, like I do too much. And I'm just like, but all this information is there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all you gotta do is read. Like,
I mean,
I'm getting information from actual places, you know, legitimate
Yeah.
sites and people and from people, you know, like it's not, I'm just getting this up my ass. You know what I mean?
It's true, you know. You can't. I mean, you go on YouTube now. That's all they talk about, you know. You can't run from it anymore. There was a time where, you know, this information was barely available. You go on YouTube and it pops up in your feed without you even looking for it, you know. So a lot of things we speak about is things that I've come to understand, not from my own understanding, but from the viewpoint of other people, you know. So at some point you got to make it make sense, and if it makes sense, you got to try to have a deeper understanding of it, you know. And people just wrapped up in living life.
Yeah.
You know, I got a job, I got a family,
Mortgage,
you know what I mean. So I'm good.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
I worry about it. I worry
Right.
about it when it comes to my
Right,
door.
right,
you know?
exactly.
Like, but you can't be too accepting of things that's not accepting of you. You know what I mean? It's like you trying hard to love a woman that don't love you.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
you gotta make it make sense, man.
Yeah, because that shit
You
don't make
know?
sense.
Yeah, you know, and for a while, man, I kept looking at it from that viewpoint. You know, you work hard, you give all your years, you know, to build a system that don't care about you. You know, I pay my taxes. You know, I work hard. I work hard like the next man, probably harder than the next man. You know, but at some point you gotta look at it like, what is it all for? You know what I mean? You paying all these taxes to fund war.
Yeah.
You know?
And then I can't even think about it like you have a child. Like it's just so different where, you know, I can understand that you're doing it for your family. But then even that it is difficult for, I could only imagine for you, because it's like, you're thinking like, well, what is the future of this place and for your kid anyway?
Yeah.
So I'm doing this for what? And like,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine, bro.
Yeah, bro. And they do they use the money and do the bare minimum, you know. They fix the road and
Barely, it's still-
barely, you know what I mean? They take like 20 years to fix one road, you know.
Well, it depends what road,
And then-
right?
Yeah,
Where
and then
other places are nicer than others, bro.
yeah, bro. And then they congest, the streets are congested. You take an hour to go to somewhere that'll take you 20 minutes.
Rent always increasing, but the pay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. We paying all these taxes. Like, use it so there could be more growth for the country. You know, like, don't do it so that you could restrict the lives of people. You know, like.
And weed is bad, but alcohol is okay. Yeah, and I'm sorry, bro. Like, I know I'm making it a little personal, but you know, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, like weed, I feel like it's like, you know, you chill out, you think about shit in life, and all this. Alcohol is like a suppressant. Like, it just makes you.
Alcohol
numb
makes you,
to shit.
Yeah, alcohol makes you violent, man.
And it can also make you violent.
Yeah. You go to the club, you see
All the
there's a
time.
fight every night.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how it is. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it brings out that ignorant side in you.
Yeah.
That things you wouldn't normally
Ever
do
say
when you're
or do,
level-headed.
right.
You know what I mean? You get the alcohol, man. The person just bumped you just a little. Like you ready to come out your skin.
Like that guy.
Come out your skin. Man. So, like I just pray that, you know, we as a whole could do better. You know, this system is not working, man. And I wish that it could be better, bro. But it's getting worse. It's getting worse because more and more there's a tighter grip on the people, you know. And they make it look like it's for your own good, but it's for their own good. You know, the more power they got over you, the more control they take from you. You know, and at some point something got to give. We got to be able to do better for ourselves. You know, let's be honest, bro. It's hard out here, just trying to make it.
It is.
It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard, you know? We got to find ourselves in a situation where we could do better for ourselves and we could do better for each other. It's too much like competition, even amongst friends, you know?
Yeah.
Competition is good, but at some point, man, you gotta try to come together.
Brotherhood.
As a race,
Yeah.
as a nationality, you gotta be able to come together. You can't be fighting down your brothers, man. You know, we gotta come to a point where we gotta understand that we all in the same struggle. You know, and not because you got a level of money that you feel like you're above people.
Because again, you're still not above
The
the.
elites. You're not above them. You're not above them. You know what I mean? So a lot of people in here just feeling themselves.
Yo, you know I got a part in the podcast where I ask the individual, can I get a question that I bring out to society, and I go ask that question.
You know, before I came here, I thought about that, right? And when I brought my daughter to gymnastics, a guy asked me this question, and I looked at him and I said, you know what?
I'm gonna take that question.
I'm gonna take that question because that's a very, very potent question that needs to be asked, you know?
Okay.
What is the hill that you're willing to die on? Like, what is something that you would not compromise over, you know?
Understood.
What hill are you willing to die on? What's something that you will not compromise over?
Honesty, bro, loyalty. And I'm not even talking about a girlfriend's loyalty. I cherish more a brother's loyalty, a friend's loyalty, an uncle's loyalty, anybody that's like family members. I could expect a girlfriend to cheat on me, for example. I don't think my girl would, but I could expect that more or like be more okay with that than like a family member, like a friend of mine, you know, breaking my trust or being disloyal to me. I really don't, you know, I don't accept that, honestly. So that's something I really, that grinds my gears, basically. I don't compromise that, nah.
Thank you, man.
No problem.
Okay. What about you?
For me, it's my faith. Like, I strongly believe that I'm on the right path, and I will not divert from that for nothing, you know, for no one. You know, a lot of people they got a lot to say about Islam and Muslims because they're not in it.
They don't know.
They don't know. Their hearts are sealed. You know.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is. If you don't have the right intention, God seals your heart. So a lot of people, their hearts are sealed because of their intention. They don't come wanting to truly know.
Right.
They come wanting to know to criticize.
Okay.
You know,
Right.
so their hearts are sealed. They wouldn't see it from the perspective of a true believer. You know, so that's the hill I'm willing to die on. You know, I was led to Islam, and I feel like, man, no matter what people say, bro, you don't understand it till you know it, truly know it.
Right.
You know, and it's been a very, very, very potent part of my life that catered to my growth, you know, and if not for Islam, I would have given up, and I would have been in St. Lucia right now.
You know that for a fact, huh?
I know that for a fact because I was just tired of the constant routine and going in
Did
circles.
you meet your wife before or after converting?
I met her after.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's
So
like,
then that means that wouldn't have happened either.
yeah, it's like after I
Right?
converted, man, like everything just started just falling into place, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, everything just because it's almost it's like once I was guided, it's like I just wanted to follow through and see what this holds for me, you know. And I'm here, man. I'm here, you know. I got.
Definitely.
I'm grounded, you know. I just wish that the system we live in is better. You know what I mean? I wish there was no wars, you know. But this ain't paradise, so there's only a certain level of wishing you could do. You know, this ain't paradise. This is where the Satan was cast out for his prison till the end of time. You know, so you could only have joy for a certain time. With that joy, you're gonna have your pains.
Do Muslims believe in the devil?
Of course, bro.
No, I just don't know. I don't know. Like,
I mean, every religion do.
Has a devil.
You know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, every religion do. You know, there's the Antichrist and there's
what do you guys call him though?
We call him Satan. Yeah, it's
Oh,
Satan.
Satan?
Yeah, it's Satan. To
Okay.
us, it's Satan to the Christians.
Yeah, Satan.
Yeah.
So I feel like Satan has always been the.
Yeah, and there's the Antichrist as well. You know.
So the Antichrist is what everyone believes is coming now, right?
Yeah, he's soon. He's gonna be here soon. You know. Not. I feel like in the next 10 years.
I heard they were trying to make Trump the Antichrist, right? Like,
Nah. When the Antichrist come, you gonna know, bro.
Yeah?
It's gonna be a hardship like no other. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a certain level of hardship that you've never faced in your life. Right now, things are tough, but it's not like unbearable.
right.
You know, but when he comes, it's gonna be unbearable. You know, the skies is gonna hold back rain. The earth is gonna be in a drought. No vegetation. You know, and he said that when he comes, right, you have to store food for a year. Store food for a year.
That's specific.
Yeah.
So what? After the year, it's gonna be okay. What does that mean?
And it's probably gonna lessen.
But why would it lessen?
Huh?
Why would it lessen?
Because there's gonna be
A war
wars for good versus evil
for a very long time.
for a long time. Good versus evil, you know. But also that's gonna be where when Jesus comes back, you know. But I'm hoping that won't be for a while, man. This is where when things is gonna get really crucial. There's gonna be wars to like determine the fate of the world, you know.
Right.
But in the end, good always prevails, you know. But it's gonna be very, very, very difficult times, you know.
I feel like have you ever seen the movie Devil's Advocate?
With
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, I've seen it, but it was a very long time ago.
Yeah, such a good movie. One of my favorite movies. I don't believe the devil ever dies. Like, I think he just reincarnates. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that it's a constant test of good. You know what I mean? Like, or for good, almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like the devil himself is almost like an eternal being.
Right.
Because you have to understand from the beginning of the creations, he was there. When God created the angels, he created the jinns, which are free spirits, you know, and they were almost like angels.
But they get to decide, right?
Because when the angels go to war, they go to war too with the angels. So it's almost like they were like friends in a sense, you know. But out of jealousy, you know, the devil rebelled and was sent here, you know. And for that long he's been roaming the earth, for that long, you know. So it's almost like he's last as long as man has been there, you know. That's our test.
Have you ever heard of the story Dante's Inferno?
No.
So Dante's Inferno, it's like this Italian story from like the 1400s or some shit, from mad long ago. And it was pretty controversial book at its time because it wasn't actually from the Bible. It wasn't actually from any religious text.
Oh.
But the only things that were looked as sacred in those times were those religious texts. But so for him to create this book was like almost like it was very controversial for its time. Anyhow, the story basically is a man and like this spiritual guide are going through hell to eventually get to heaven. And that there's 9 circles in hell. And depending on what you did in your lifetime, you would be in one of those 9 circles. One of the 9 circles I find very interesting is where like all the CEOs and sociopaths go, like these hungry, power hungry people and all.
Yeah.
So their circle is they just have to like go up this mountain with a boulder, and they just have to keep on rolling up forever.
Yeah,
Pretty good, right?
I mean, yeah, for sure.
Just the metaphor of it all, the thought of it, it's like, wow, it's because it's never good enough.
I feel like I've heard that name before, though. Dante's Inferno.
I'm sure you have. It's fucking old.
Yeah, I feel like
Been around.
But when you hear that name, I think about like a video game.
It's also a video game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they made it into a video game, but it originally comes from this story that's mad old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you know that's what they like to do. They make it a video game. They make it a game, so then it's just like, it's cute.
It's like no.
Yeah, it's not exactly desensitize people to the actual story, so they don't have to pay attention to it. Yep.
I feel like that's what they do, man.
With a lot of things, especially with AI.
Yeah.
You know, like there's so much going on with AI now that people don't care to see the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it could be fake.
Yeah.
So it's like,
AI,
who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
you know, like,
AI manipulates the truth too.
Right.
Yeah, you can't tell what's really real with AI.
Well, you can to a degree if you pay attention. You gotta pay attention.
Yeah, you gotta really
but because you're gonna see certain things. All right, well that can't happen. You know what I mean? Like, or why is the finger just fell off? Or you know, like there's just certain things that just happen that is like, but it's getting to that point where it's gonna be almost undeniable.
Yeah, I feel like the more people point out the defects, the better they could tweak it. You know what I mean? To the point where it's like, okay, now people can't figure it out no more.
Yeah.
You know, so it's almost like they're using us as a test.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. To see what they can fool us with.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, you're so right. Because, oh my God, you're so right about that. Because if you think about it, I know you're not on social media, so you don't see it.
No.
But everybody loves to catch the fact that it's AI. And they'll comment it. You know, they'll be like, oh, AI. All right, congratulations. You fucking know it's AI.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You're right. Because they're trying to see what's going to work, what's not going to work. You know?
peeped
And
that,
once it gets
bro.
to the point where people are like, oh, you know what? I don't even know if it's AI or not.
Yeah.
Then they're going to be like, oh, okay, we could do a lot more.
Yeah.
And they're just waiting for it to get good enough.
For years we've been the
test
dummies, you know.
Yeah, the guinea pigs.
You know, for COVID we were test subjects. You know, for every from the beginning, for all these vaccines we were test subjects. You know, for everything they implement, we're test subjects. But we accept it as this everyday's life.
Right.
You know, and that's how they get up on us.
Yep.
Yeah,
they seep into your brain, and I just feel that it gets to the point, and I'm shocked by it. You know, when I speak to people that I try to bring up COVID, they just brush past it. It's like, yo, like, why you think it's completely normal that no one's wearing masks anymore, that none of this shit matters anymore? But before it was a huge thing. How about all those people? Yeah, all those people that lost their jobs because they didn't take a shot.
Yeah.
But how many people died because they took a shot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like nobody wants to talk about any of this shit. And one of these girls that I had on the podcast, she said some real shit. She was like, you know, that's how you know we've all been collectively traumatized by this.
Yeah.
Because we all experience it and are not really saying much about it.
Not just collectively traumatized. We've been trained to be blind, you know, because everybody's saying like Bill Gates predicted it. He had something to do with it, you know. But at the end of the day,
and Jeffrey Epstein too. You heard that? Back in 2017, they were talking about it through the emails.
Yeah,
crazy.
And at the end of the day, this guy Bill Gates is talking about manufacturing
meat, right?
You know what I mean? Well, how much of this is are we gonna accept?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you gotta go to your grocery store and eat some
Plastic
lab
meat.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, like what is this life coming to?
Right.
And why do these people have so much power that they could just get away with doing anything they want, you know?
It's perception, right? So there was this guy on the podcast that I spoke to that brought up, no, not even a guy on the podcast, but I saw a video on Mr. Beast. You know who Mr. Beast is?
No.
Mr. Beast is like some dude that he's very popular on YouTube or whatever, and he's promoting the fake meat shit.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He's eating it?
Yeah, he ate it.
Oh.
And like they were trying to see like, oh, does it taste like real chicken or not? He's like, oh, I can't even tell. You know what I mean? Like
you can't tell the difference.
Yeah. He's trying to do all that. He's trying to sell it. But the thing is that people lack understanding in terms of perception. They're fooled by, oh, but you're not killing animals anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're fooled by that, but they're not gonna be willing enough or open enough to say, well, what's this fucking meat? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, what? How is that better? You know what I mean? It's just people are just thrown a song in the arms of an angel, and remember that shit?
Yeah.
And like donate $20 a month or whatever.
So, like charity. Yeah, bro. It's like they playing the music and we just dancing to it. You know what I mean? So eagerly. You know, there's people that are just excited to try it. You know, oh wait, yeah, oh yeah, you made this? Oh yeah,
from a lab? Oh my god.
Yeah, they gonna try it. Yeah. I'm good, man. You know, I'm gonna go for my horse fed. You know that
livestock.
You know what I mean? Like, forget about it. I eat horse meat before I eat what he's dishing out. Yeah.
I've tried horse meat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How's it? Yeah.
In Italy, they eat it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of countries they have different meat.
I think that's funny too. Like people would like looked at me crazy because I ate horse. I'm like, oh, so cows are cool though. You know what I'm saying? Like people are picky on what animal they're gonna eat.
Yeah,
like,
you know, because people have certain attachment to different animals.
I get it, but it's just like I mean, like, I don't know. To each their own, right?
Yeah, that's just what it is. You know, every country have meat that they eat that people look down on, but for the people that's living there, it's food. You know, so I don't look down on nobody, man. You know, as long as you're not making this animal suffer when you eating them, you know, you're killing them.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Sometimes they do though, like with the dogs. Yeah. Apparently they beat the dogs to death.
Oh wow.
Because it makes the meat more
tender.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that with some animals, like they beat them to death, so like they instill like the fear in the meat or something like that.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But I just think that people just do shit.
It's weird.
Yeah, or Wagyu beef, right? Isn't that like baby cow or some shit? That's why it's so expensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I never tried that, but it's like I guess apparently the most expensive beef.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes sense though. A lot of people likes the more tender meat, so it's like the younger animal before it reaches like the full adult and meat, it becomes tougher because then it becomes more for breed. Yeah, it's like more for breeding than for eating. So. Yeah,
I see, and that's another thing that we don't know enough about because people aren't hunting their own food. For years, we're just getting the food from a supermarket. Yeah. And not really seeing the entire process, not understanding how it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I just wanna like retire somewhere like I could live off the land.
Yeah.
You know.
Yo, bro, you're telling me one of my coworkers, he's so cool, bro. This is Moy P. Shout out Moy P. Dude has. Do you know what a hectare is?
What's that?
So you know what an acre is.
Yeah.
So they do their shit based off a hectare in Africa, like where he's from in Africa, right? Yo, bro, homie got 5,000 hectares.
Wow.
1 hectare is a football field.
Wow. And he's in Africa right now?
No, he's here.
Oh.
But he like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, okay. He's making his money and
yeah.
getting his life going.
Right. He had, and I asked him, I'm like, yo, like, what do you invest in? He's like, livestock. Cows, goats, all this shit. Like, that, he's like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, what a fucking brilliant fucking dude. You know what I'm saying? Because people will invest in shit that's not even real here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Bitcoin and all this shit that is literally not even tangible.
Yeah. It's facts though. It's just like a figment of your imagination.
Completely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just so it's just so crazy.
And and it's funny that you said that too, because my coworker, he said his father never worked a day in his life. He just had livestock. And he would sell it. He would eat from it.
Yeah.
And he raised them off of that.
That's it.
You know, and it's just amazing that, you know,
we're tricked to believe that you need a 401k, you need this, you need that, you need all this shit, right?
Yeah, and it's just that people don't want to do that kind of life no more. You know, people don't want to live that kind of life.
No, they don't. They'd rather sell it off. There's a whole conversations right now. Because these AI data centers, they need
a lot of silver.
No, they need fresh water.
Oh,
fresh water. Well, I'm sure they probably do need silver too. Don't get me wrong, but they need fresh water as well, because they need cool down their machines.
Yeah,
and they're literally buying off land in certain places. There's a woman in Kentucky that was like, nah, fuck that. Like she's keeping her land. They were gonna give her way more money than she actually deserves for her land, but she's like, nah.
She's gonna end up selling.
She's gonna end up selling. You think?
You see, the thing is, they're in a different bracket. They're the elites, bro. They need it. They're gonna find a way to acquire it because that's just gonna slow their business down. They need the land. They have to acquire the land. They're gonna find some kind of way. So
they'll try the nice way first, and then
the nice approach is always the first approach, you know. But it's not the approach that typically works. You know, you have to be like really like
ruthless.
Yeah, and the person that's selling has to be really detached. Like, I'm just ready to go anyway, you know. So, but if you're somebody that your family lived there for generations and you understand the emotional connection, you don't want to just uproot. But a lot of people, they take the nice approach. Okay, you don't want to do that? All right. And they'll wait 10 years to get you out of there. But you're going to get out of there, man. You got to understand, bro. Data centers is big business.
Yeah.
They the infrastructure for AI.
Yeah.
You know? And it does need a lot of fresh water, you said, right? But it also needs a lot of silver too. Because I find that out because there was a time when the price of silver was going up and they were saying they don't know if silver is more rare than gold. So they don't know if there's going to be enough gold to support all these data centers. Because that's a key ingredient in
gold and silver?
In especially silver. Silver is like a key ingredient in what they manufacture. You know, so they need a vast majority of it, and silver is very rare. Yeah, so
it's a rare earth mineral.
Yeah,
that's why they're trying to go to Greenland too.
Yeah, they need minerals. You know, they need these minerals, and I feel like they gonna step on whatever they need to step on to get to that. You know,
bro. I know you don't have that much time.
Yeah,
you gotta go pick up your daughter.
Yeah.
But you already know we're gonna have another podcast.
Yeah,
we're gonna have way more talks. We need to. I need this too, bro. I enjoy these conversations, bro.
Yeah, it's therapeutic, you know,
yeah, man.
to speak with like-minded people, because a lot of people they don't want to talk about the important things in life, you know.
Right.
You know, so
Before we go, 2 questions. What can you give to the people watching right now to help them keep going in their own life?
What I could give to them is just the basic knowledge that you have to keep your family close, because in life you need people around you that's naturally going to support you. But also you got to keep your goals closer. You have to understand where you're going, and you have to understand the steps that you're taking to get there. You know what I mean? Nothing just comes overnight unless you're born into wealth, and you could just wake up and say, hey, I need this, and you know, they give it to you, and then you could just run out and
But even them, they be killing themselves too.
Yeah.
So they still need to work on certain things too, right?
For sure. Everything takes time, you know.
Yeah.
No matter if something didn't work out today, don't let it discourage you. You just got to keep pushing, because what's for you will materialize, you know. So you don't give up on yourself, and you don't give up on the life that you're trying to build. You know, nothing comes without its struggles, you know, and headaches. You know, there's times that you will feel like giving up. You know, there's times I could have given up, and you know, I could be a testimony to staying strong, you know, and to just push past the boundaries. But at the same time, you know, you gotta assess your surroundings and make sure you just keep people around you that's gonna motivate you.
Yeah, man.
You know, because not everybody wants to see you win.
They don't. It's so
You
crazy.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
It's so different, right? When I told you about my job and when you told me about your position too,
Yeah.
we were both genuinely happy for each
That's
other.
a
You know what I
fact,
mean?
bro.
And like I appreciate that, bro.
For
I appreciate
sure,
that
for
for
sure.
real. You're my brother for
You
real,
already-
man.
you
And I
already
appreciate
know.
you for everything,
You
man.
already know.
Everything, bro. And last question, do you have any questions for me?
Any more questions for you, bro? I'll say is, what made you like change your field?
I needed more money. I needed more money, bro. I wasn't gonna. I was
Settle.
barely getting by, bro.
You was-
I was barely getting by. I was barely getting by. My debt was growing, and I needed to do something, so I did it.
I respect that, man.
Yeah.
Because in life you can't get too comfortable.
No.
You know what I mean? Especially when you know that you could be doing much better. You know what I mean? You know, so I respect that, bro, and I
Thank
wish
you,
you the
brother.
best.
Thank
you
you,
know,
brother.
you just gotta stay focused, man. Lock
That's it.
in, and sky's the limit.
That's it, bro. So yeah. Boom. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't trust no switching, Brody. I be on my grown thing. Keep on moving, time be skipping, phone and going home. Same process, trust the progress. I be knowing where it's home, man. Free me, feel me, see me, I see so. Yeah.